From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big day here on Crypto with LALATE with incredible great news about your top cryptocurrency coins of 2021 to buy. A hard fork London happened minutes ago. What? A hard fork London. It's a specific code change that happened with Ethereum. And while this Ethereum change happened minutes ago, it's not really happening much for other coins. In fact, Ethereum is not up much at all, and maybe it should have been a spoon. Coming up later today is the soft spoon Santa Monica move. In this recording, we'll go over the top cryptocurrency coins across the board that you need to invest in, and the forks and knives that you need to know about. I'm not making this stuff up. It actually happened. We'll be looking at a lot of coins to understand where to buy and where to sell. But look at those pops that are happening in Bitcoin right now. Look at that pop in Ethereum. And look at this pop in Doge. Something's going on, and it happened minutes ago. Polygon. But when you look at the numbers and when you run the numbers, you realize it's not a big move. But Aave, what has happened with Aave in the last 2 days? Interesting. That's a much different chart. SushiSwap looks like the other group, and they're synthetic as well, are anomaly coins and are Decentraland, not doing well. But then what happened to AMP? I think AMP is, there's Uma, how are ya? It's a big day, and in this recording, we'll go over the top coins, how to make money, even if you're a beginner, even if you're advanced. We'll be going over where this market's going, where it's heading, and why you need to be prepared ahead of time. And for the first time in a few weeks, I'm going to do macro. I'm going to do how you need to be aware of external influences that can impact your cryptocurrency position, because sometimes people only look at crypto to invest in crypto, and you can't. And with that, thank you for joining me on a big day of crypto. Boy, a lot of developing details. So first, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this channel. Hit that subscribe button. Like the video, and thank you for all the incredible viewership on Overnight's Crypto the last week. We've been doing incredible big numbers. Let's cut to the details starting right now. Let's start with that last element, which is when you buy into crypto and sell into crypto, you cannot only be crypto-centric. What does that mean? An investor in crypto should not only be looking at crypto as a guiding force as to where to buy or where to sell, because crypto moves in conjunction with external influences as well. And those external influences are much like how stocks move. What are those external influences? A very bad economic report, a very bad market turn of the stock or Dow or the NASDAQ, and also anything that is clearly regulatory news that is happening on Capitol Hill that can impact crypto. Let's start with the last one. That happened earlier this week, in fact, last Friday, when I was one of the first channels to report that there was going to be provision sliding into the Roads and Bridges Infrastructure Bill that says we're going to regulate cryptocurrency. Now, if you don't follow politics or you don't follow other LA videos on this channel, you would not have known that news until the following Monday. The difference is crypto trades over the weekends. It trades every day. And you trade on the news. You don't buy or sell on the news 5 days later. And when the news was reported by broadcast media, when they're back in the studio on Monday morning, it was too late. The movements had already occurred. So you need to be attentive to breaking news like that. If you had not watched it on this channel, how else would you have known it? Perhaps following about a series of social media accounts like the Blockchain Association, they would have been broadcasting the news. Second, the second market crash, which I detail on this channel a lot, of crypto, ironically was the same day the stock market crashed, the most significantly so far of 2021. It was a horrible day. It was a horrible day for stocks, and then PCR, the People's Republic of China, brought crypto down dramatically as well. If you do have a significant market downturn in stocks, and when I mean significant, I mean 700 points, 1,000 points, I don't mean 300, I mean big numbers, you're going to see crypto go down. Why? Here's what you need to know, is that people who invest in crypto generally also have positions in stocks, and those positions in stocks have a certain amount of risk. When the people who bought and hold stocks misassessed or misdiagnosed the risk involved, then they're going to sell crypto. Let me show you how this works. You buy a stock and you say, oh, I bought $100, it's going to go up to maybe 140 by 4 or 5 months from now. But then you wake up one morning and the stock's not $100, it's not 140, it's 75 cents. What happened? $75. What happened? It lost 25% of its value. You're down 25% of your value. What happened? Well, you misgauged the market and the stock is down because the entire sector of which it's in is getting hit by some trade imbalance, for example. Well, you misassessed your risk and now you have a risky stock position. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to sell your crypto because people who have risks don't want more risks than they wanted to take on. And that's why you need to understand that if the stock market takes a big plummeting, you need to be ready to see dives in crypto. All right, with that, let's now turn into what's going on with crypto today. Overnight, there was a hard fork curve. The what? A hard fork London curve in Ethereum. It was basically a coding change, which changes the whole mining of Ethereum. And that hard fork London curve was only for Ethereum. So is Ethereum up on the great celebratory news of a hard fork or a soft spoon or a lazy Susan? No. Ethereum is only up 3%. So much for that. This was the second major change of coding between Bitcoin and Ethereum in the last 2 weeks. We had one about, I think it was about 4 weeks ago. And in that one, they changed Bitcoin's coding so that you could do more mining quicker, and that would prevent further loss of miners in the Bitcoin space. It didn't help Bitcoin. So now we've seen 2 times where there's a change of the coding for the major platforms of Bitcoin, Ethereum. It doesn't particularly help them. Let's just take a mental note of that so that if you do see a note, because they generally know these events are happening further out. They tell you when the forks are happening. You know, it's 3 weeks out, it's 2 weeks out. We see it ahead of time. If you know a fork is going to happen, it doesn't really help the stock. It doesn't help the coin. We see it now twice. It's not going to help it again. So then why are coins up today? So yeah, I've checked 2 things off the list here, Ally. So why are coins having that big pop? It's interesting. Hard to say. Let's look at a Bitcoin. You're in the chart with my mouse. This is a 1-day chart. We're looking at a Gemini. And we started the day very nicely at 39,700. That's a good number. And where do we go? We went all the way down to 38,000. Not a big drop. Where are we right now? We are at 40,294. This is significant for a few series of reasons. Bitcoin, if you don't realize it, gets news traction if it goes over 40,000. It's sort of one of these news stories. If Bitcoin's over 40,000, people start talking about it. For purposes of this channel's analysis, I've said for a while that if Bitcoin goes over 42 or 45, absolutely, the whole market will change. I have to say that if you do see Bitcoin at 45,000, the whole market will change. How high has Bitcoin gone in the last, 3 months? It has not gone over $42,000. So let's go out even further. So here you see what Bitcoin has done. It ran up this mountain, 11,000 all the way to 60,000, then came down to 29,000 and is now trying to hover around 41, 42. That's fine. But if you see Bitcoin go above 43,000, this is my new market indicators here for the first time on crypto right today. If Bitcoin goes over 43,000, get ready for an upward movement. That is clearly a resistance level. Why do we know this is a resistance level? You're not going to see it in this chart. Maybe let's go in a little bit tighter. Yeah. So this was a resistance level here. What's a resistance level? Resistance level means thing is hitting a ceiling and not breaking through. 40 was clearly a resistance level. Here broke through the resistance level, not a lot, 41. And now it's at 42, so it's clearly above that slight resistance level. But I would really say that about a 45 is the next resistance level. Does Ethereum give us more insight? Let's look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is having, wow. Well, you're about to say what I'm about to say. Yeah. Programmatic event? I think so. I think so. I did not notice this when I was preparing to go on air. Look at that straight upward line. That's programmatic. We've had videos all week long on this channel about these straight lines up or straight lines down. This is programmatic. So something happened. It may have been a lot of positions betting on the hard fork London for Ethereum's coding change today. But where was Ethereum before that? It was 2,600. And where's it now? 2,700. Congratulations, you went up $100. Am I excited about that? No. No, I'm not excited about $100. Let's look out a little bit further. Interesting. So over the 7 days, we've gone from 2,300 to 2,700. If you look at it that way, you think maybe the hard fork really is helping Ethereum. If you look at this chart, we've gone 1,700 to 2,800. 2,800 or 2,300? Let me pull in tighter. I can't see that. Oh, 2,800. Interesting. You know what? Now that we look at this run, this looks much more. Let's compare this back to Ethereum. What are we at? We're at the 3-month. Let's look back at Bitcoin and let's compare the two charts because this is interesting. This chart, compare that to this chart. Yeah. The Ethereum chart clearly looks like it's doing a little bit better of a run lately. There's not a lot of big pulling back on this Ethereum chart. And the fact that it's at 2,800 is impressive. Let's look out further. So Ethereum was a $4,000 coin in May. And the fact that it's at 2,800, it's heading pretty close to 3,000. Out of nowhere, Ethereum is truly trying to break through. Ethereum may have just sort of surprised us all in just a matter of a few days of suddenly heading to the upside in a way we didn't see coming. I'm a little surprised by this because I'm surprised that it's trying to get to 3,000. Remember, if it gets to 3,000, that is going to be a big breakthrough. I had just said just a few days ago that 2,400, 2,500 doesn't interest me because that's below our last crash level, our third crash level. So let's look at other coins. Are other coins doing this? No. So here's Doge. That doesn't look like today's chart of Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's just hovering in a 1 cent range. Let's look at Polygon. Does Polygon look like this? Polygon looks sort of programmatic, but it's not because there's a little bit of slant in there. But where's Polygon going? 102 to 104. Not a 4 cent move. I mean, who cares about that? That's not anything. So again, that's two coins in a row not doing what Ethereum and Bitcoin are doing. Let's look at Aave. Aave, 1 day. Interesting. 320 up to 370. So it's up $50 on a $300 coin today. Let's look at the 7 day. Interesting. So Aave was 302 and is making a run up $70 on a $300 coin. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Let's look out further. So we've seen these runs on Aave, and I've had viewers make money on it. They went from 190 to 300. Then it went back to 200, and then they bought it at 200. Where is it right now? 373. So it's up $173 on a $200 coin. That's great. That's almost up 60%. Could it go higher? Let's see how high it went over here. 393. It went up to about 400. Could it go higher? Let's see where it is right now. How high did it go? 370. So I think it could go to 400. If Aave breaks through 400, again, that's a market indicator we're going to the upside. Because look, this is where Aave was. It was 650. Then over here, it was about, I think I almost grabbed it, 399, 396. So if Aave goes over 400, get ready to take a bigger ride up. Sushi Swap, programmatic, almost looks like it. Remember, a lot of these coins work on the Ethereum platform. Look at this jump. Much of a jump to be excited about? Let's look out. So, no. I mean, 6 to 9, but over all this run, it's been 7 to 9, 7 to 8, 7 to 9. If you like those types of returns, fine. I like something a little bit more beneficial than that. Let's look at synthetic now. Synthetic, anything interesting there? 7 cents up to 9, down to a little bit 9. So relatively flat. Nothing happening with synthetic. So that's a flat coin for several weeks. And Decentraland, interesting. Let's look at it. Decentraland. It looks like it may want to break. It may want to break out. 67 cents, trying to get to 70 cents. Again, I'm not interested about these 10-cent moves. Let's look out further. So the Decentraland is what I remembered it to be. 50 cents got to 70 and is just holding in the 70-cent range. So now you see a couple coins where they're just really not doing anything. Decentraland not doing much. It's just holding in a trading range. Synthetic not doing much, not interesting. SushiSwap not doing much, not interesting. Aave has continued to be good across the board. I've done Aave enough for enough videos so that you realize Aave just seems to do well. Polygon doing zippo, nada, and Doge just a joke. So we have Aave, we have we have Aave and we have Aave. And then we have Ethereum and Bitcoin. But remember, Ethereum and Bitcoin are more expensive coins, and so they're not going to have a big run. How much of a run have we gotten out of Bitcoin and Ethereum in the last 7 days? Let's look at them. In fact, even better yet, let's go into the split screen. Let's jump in the split screen and see what CoinMarketCap.com shows us as to these movements, because despite a lot of pops like this right at the moment, the coins are up not a lot. They're not doing much. So where is the industry right today? It's up 0.99%. Yes, it's up one percentage point. That's a real achievement, not. So Bitcoin is only up 2% today. Bitcoin's only up 2% today. It looks like it's up more. It's not, because remember, it's a $40,000 coin. Ethereum's up 3%. That's good. But where's Ethereum for the 7-day? Ethereum's up 20% for the 7-day. Yeah. And Bitcoin is up 1% for the 7-day. See the difference? Ethereum up 20% for the 7-day and Bitcoin up 1%. All right. What is the best performing coin today? Oh, new taker. I've never seen this coin before on this channel, or you've never seen me cover on this channel. Voyager token, VGX. It is up 18% today. Tradable coin, maybe. Let's get into the chart in a second. It's up 85% over the 7 days. Wow. Is there any other coin that's up significantly today? No. The second most up coin today is Aave, 11%. So there you go. Interesting. We saw, I just said to you, Aave and Bitcoin and Ethereum were the only coins that look like they're moving, and sure enough, I was right. I didn't know Voyager because I don't have it on my graph. SushiSwap is up 8%. Compound is up 8%. Not enough for us to buy in. Let's look at the best performing coins over the last 7 days. Voyager up 85%. Rune up 46%. Quant, Terra, Eton, a lot of coins I don't really cover, up 30%. And what are the worst performing coins over the last 7 days? AMP, losing 22% of its value in the last 7 days. What is the worst performing coin today? Worst performing coin today is AXS and AMP, down 7% just today. Really, really interesting. So let's go back to that coin. I want to look at that coin. I love finding a new adventure, a new voyage, and I found it with Voyager token. Okay, Voyager token, let's look at your chart. Let's see what you're doing. Oh, this is an interesting chart. So this coin was valueless. This coin was 0.06 through all of 2019, throughout all of 2020. Horrible years. And then we got to 2021, still the same thing. Okay, so when did it start moving? It started moving in January. How high did it go? How high did it go? Congratulations. In March, it went to $5. Interesting. So it went from 0 to $6 in March. And from March, it's gone straight down. That's a great achievement. It's got straight down. It reached its lowest point at July 14th at $2. And since July 14th, it's gone straight up. Interesting. So it's gone from $2 to $3 since July 14th. And that is 50% return on my money. Am I excited? Not really. No, it doesn't really excite me. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It just went up. It went up $1 in, Let's jump over to Gemini and see maybe we can find something more interesting than that. Because, you know, the fact that you're up 50% in a coin I've never heard of before, well, then, you know, and I'm sure there's going to be someone comment saying, you never heard of it, then you don't know what you're talking about. You know, I can't know everything. You know, Dora the Explorer knows the Voyager coin. I don't know it. Let's go into Gemini and see if there's anything popping and locking here today that we missed across the board. We're going into the Gemini platform. We're going on the third column. We're clicking it, and we're seeing the worst performing coins right now, which are AMP is in there, of course. Let's click it again. So what's the best performing coin today? Number one is Injective, and number two is Aave. And then Polkadot, and then Ocean. Interesting. So Injective is up 20%. Definitely a potential coin to trade. Aave is up 13%, but you know Aave. We know Aave. I detail Aave almost every single day on this channel. So Aave may be a candidate in just a little bit from now. What are our tradable options? Number one, let's do the ones that are not. You should not be buying a coin to hold it for 3 months and try to sell it. You're going to lose your money. This is what I call a bear market, a downturning market. I think the coins are devaluing. I know that Ethereum and Bitcoin are trying to disprove me by going to the upside for the last 2 weeks, but I think it's a short-term run, and I think they're going to go lower. I think if you look at the rest of the market, which is more than just two coins, they've not had a good 4 weeks when I've told you it's a bear market. They've been going lower. So I do believe it's a bear market. So I would not buy a coin to hold it and try to sell it in 3 months. I would certainly not do it with Bitcoin or Ethereum either. You're not going to make enough money even to do that. So the only opportunities I have are day trading and flipping. Day trading and flipping are the following. First, day trading you can do when the market's up and the market's down, like a day like today. Flipping is when the whole market is up, not today, like Monday or Fridays usually. And what is day trading? You're going to buy a coin that's up 18%. If you look at the chart and you think you can get another 20% right up, you find those coins are up 17, 18, 16%. You say, oh, can I ride you up 20 more percent and get that 20% in the next day and a half? You can gauge it by looking whether the coin sort of took a big hit over the last few days and has a big upside of potential. If you think you do, then buy the coin. As soon as the coin is up 20%, get ready to get out. If it's still up, stay in. If it downturns and you got that 20% return, get out. The ability to make this money may happen within minutes, it may happen within an hour, or it may happen within the day and a half. But if the coin is still up, stay in and roll it into our next trading opportunity, which is buying and flipping. This is the same approach. You're buying it in the same way. You're just getting out in 3 days. With flipping, it's generally with a whole market that's up. And what happens is these markets are not up more than 3 days. They're usually up 2 days and then they lose their steam. So as time gets longer, as more time has progressed, be ready to get out, because when it is over the run, it falls really quickly. So after day one, it's starting to lose steam. After day two, it may lose steam. And after day three, it's done. And it's going to plummet really quickly. And those are the opportunities. You can do this with several coins during a day. You can do it sometimes with only one coin during a day. You'll see right now at the moment, there's maybe only 2 coins possible at the moment. And sometimes you have several coins across the moment. Also understand the week and what the days involve in the week. Your lowest point of the week is usually your Sunday afternoons. Markets usually exhibit the crypto market usually exhibits the following trend line: weak on a Friday, then by Friday evening starts to go up, then by Saturday at noontime, the highest price point in the entire week. Then by Saturday noontime, we start to come down. We start to come down as we go into Friday, as we go into Sunday, and our weakest point of the week is late Sunday. Monday's usually strong. Some Mondays are even higher than Saturdays, or about 80% as high as Saturdays. And then Tuesdays are weak. I have not seen a day where Monday and Tuesday are both good. It's usually Monday is good, then Tuesday's weak. But from that Tuesday to that Friday, anything is possible. It's this Friday to Sunday scenario that is very, very commonplace. Very, very commonplace. The rest of the days across the week are different. And with that, I hope this video has been informative and helpful for you. I am looking forward to the weekend, and I hope you stay with me as well. Why? Because there's a piece of legislation that's still in there. In where? The Roads and Bridges Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill. It's the crypto regulation. I broke the news to you last Friday when I first heard it. Remember, crypto trades 24/7, and broadcast media does not. They're only in there on the studio Monday through Friday. And they could not report to Monday, but I reported to you on Friday. I told get ready to get out if you have to get out, because you're going to see a hit. And it did take a hit. And I think that as you get closer to the finish line with this roads and bridges bill, which some say may be voted on into law by Friday, I think that's a little wishful thinking, but it'll be shortly thereafter. If it becomes law, I think the gauntlet, the draconian implications for crypto will be felt, and crypto will go lower. What is the regulation? The regulation is the following: that if you buy a coin from a certain type of intermediary, like a brokerage company, they must report your earnings or your profits or losses to the IRS. Normally, if you buy a stock from a brokerage company, they report it. So if you don't report the profit or loss on the stock, the IRS will see it and hit you for it. But in the case of crypto, there's no current reporting requirement. Some brokerage companies voluntarily do it. This also is different, however. What this does is it makes it a requirement. Moreover, more surprisingly, it increases the definition of who is included in the group. So it's not just your traditional Coinbase or Gemini. It includes other companies you may have bought the crypto from. They have to report your profit and losses to IRS, and they fall within the definition. Very, very fascinating across the board. If this legislation does get over the finish line, we may see it over the weekend, and that's why you have to stay with me every single day this week. It will take a big implication, and it will take a big hit to crypto. While I'm not against the regulation, I believe the regulation absolutely should be law. I don't think it belongs here, and I think the attempt to not allow discussion about the matter is not good. People should have been allowed to discuss the matter, and I think that's why it may get amended out before we get to the finish line. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record, fastest growing cryptocurrency channel there is. I want you to be part of this channel. Hit that subscribe button. Like the video. Every like helps. Join me 3 times a day, or at least 2 times a day. Mornings crypto on air at about 9:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every day, and then overnights crypto starting at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time daily. Stay informed, safe.